Good evening, and welcome to Pocono Raceway, where tonight Smokin' Thunder heads to one of the most unique and demanding ovals in all of motorsports. The Tricky Triangle has a way of exposing every weakness. 3 long straightaways, 3 completely different corners, and a setup that's always a compromise to make Pocono a track where drivers have to think as much as they have to attack. There's speed here, no question about it, but this place rewards discipline, patience, and the ability to adapt over the course of a run. Every end of this racetrack asks something different from the car, so drivers have to be strong under braking, clean on corner exits, and smart about how they build momentum. Because one mistake at Pocono can cost time for a very long stretch. Tonight, Smokin' Thunder takes to a track where complete laps matter, strategy matters, and racecraft can make the difference. This is Pocono Raceway. This is Smokin' Thunder. Let's go racing, folks. Here for the Tricky Triangle 45. Paul the Old Man Dirk, Kenneth Brown, Cody Kassler, Chad Ashley, Mark Ouellette, Timothy Watson, Randy Waugh, Aaron Yancey, Austin B. Wood, and Kyle Shepard are in the top 10. Sitting behind the pace car, ready to go racing. The drivers get ready to go. Want to hear your predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to come out on top? We got Randy Waugh in chat. And a Ratchet and Catchets. Green flag is in the air, and it's time to go racing here at Pocono. 2 wide, everybody getting involved. The 31 giving a big push up to the 80 of Mark Ouellette in the background. Deep send there from the 115. Kyle Shepard making it 4 wide down to the apron at corner number 1. A little bit of elbows out racing already. The 10, look at the drive there. The 31, the 98, a sitting duck right now. Aaron Yancey, that driver in the middle groove, not finding any momentum, getting bullied out of the way. That's going to be a couple cars to take advantage of the situation there at turn number 2. Let's take a look up ahead. It's getting a little more dicey than not. In the mid-pack battles, drivers continue to try to challenge for position. Yellow flag is called. I think Kyle Wells involved in that incident. Let's take a look and see what happened to Wells here. Wells in the 51. It's a little send there from the 1776 badged machine, and that's going to spin the 51 around, and the diffuser is going to come up, and a little flick back to the 1776. Yeah, it's Jacob Straw there, the number 71. First caution brought out here on lap 1 of the Tricky Triangle. Pocono is one of those racetracks that has its history seeped in the asphalt. Pocono's 2.5 mile track held its first major race in 1971. NASCAR came here back in 1974. The Speedway became famous for its 3-corner design and 3 different banking profiles. And honestly, it got the name the Tricky Triangle because it doesn't drive like any other roval. Get ready to go racing yet again. Paul Old Man Dirk still leads us here on the first lap. No pit stops taken on the first call. Ready to go racing as the pace car has its lights off. The driver is lined up 2x2 formation. And get ready to rumble. The driver is getting all squared up now. We have the Yanceys here, Aaron Yancey and Scott Yancey, running in P13, P14. Scott's up 8 positions tonight. Not running too shabby on the evening. Some big gainers out there on the evening so far, even despite it just being one lap. Here we go for the tricky triangle 45. Green flag in the air for the second time tonight. Let's go racing. The Ram Ranch team trying to go the long way around the outside of Paul Dirk and the Goats, but getting a little bit involved there is Kenneth Brown trying his hardest, the number 19, and he manages to secure the lead. But will it be all for none at the end of the day? We'll take a look later on in the race to see how far he progresses through the order. But for now, so far, a net gain of 1 is all he needed for the Team Ram Ranch. 3 wide. Coming across the stripe now. The 115, the 55, and the 1 and the 98 all here. Remember that 98 of Aaron Yancey was involved in a earlier debacle where that middle groove wasn't working out for him, and now he's getting bullied again by that 55 on that middle groove, just not allowed to run it. He gets pushed back again. No, the 98 clears and dips a wheel down to the apron to solidify the move on the good. Cheers for the Sea Bears in the YouTube chat. Also coming out from Dwayne68. Right on, Dwayne. Thank you very much for your love and support. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button to get notifications for when we go live for DSRN. Here's Randy Waugh and Austin Wood, the 36, trying to get around the 31, but goes into deep. Now the 98 is there to take advantage of the situation as well. And the Olins machine gets a couple of moves done on the swift and narrow racetrack around Pocono. Charisse is here. What's going on, Charisse? No, you spelled my name perfectly perfect. Thank you very much for being here, Charisse. As always, young average tryhard cheering on Watson in the number 26. Wowza, there's a huge incident involving the 62. Tyler Horning involved in that one. Let's see if we can get a incident replay from DRSN to see what happens here to the 62. How did he end up across the front? Oh, the incident already took place. 2 cars up ahead, and then it all goes wrong. Howdy, Jeff Burke. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, friend. Thank you very much for being here to support the Digital Racing Sports Network, and of course the Smokin Thunder Arca Rookie Series powered by Biddy's Premium Coatings. Got to give a big shout out to big old Biddy there. In Your House says he's here to support Bryce. Well, Bryce York. Let's give a quick update about Bryce York then. Bryce York currently running in 28th position, started in P27. So down 1 on the good so far, but has a chance to move back up through the field. Still a very long race ahead of us. Cheers out there for Bryce York, the 15 also. Is that an American flag theme or a bag of popcorn? Charisse, the disrespect is mad. It's definitely an American flag themed car. On Bryce York. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Charisse might need to get her eyes checked. It kind of does look like a bag of popcorn, though, I will admit. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oat Scale says my paint scheme is wrong. Well, I updated the paint schemes right before the race, Oats. Our circus tent. Jeff Burke coming in with the fire. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Lights out on the pace car. And we're ready to go for another green flag run, hopefully. Stage break coming up at lap 20. So we're just about halfway there to the stage break. Few of the drivers did decide to come down pit road here on lap 9. Try to take advantage of the situation here. Expecting to run around 16 laps on the fuel mileage. So nobody able to make it to the end that has not pit yet. Here we go, Brown and Dirk again, ready to take the green flag here at Pocono. Little check up there from the 36. That was a little collision there with the 74 in the background, but the 19 takes off like a rocket ship, and we have trouble in the background. One driver off into the wall already. That'll be Ethan Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that Jacob Straw, Bryce York? One of those drivers in the background of the American flag theme, just off into the walls immediately on the race start, coming down the front stretch. But now Sean Lobos in the mix. The number 10 here, seeped in this mid-pack battle right now. On board with Lobos and the 1052 racing team. Oh, a little touch there into Lobos. Almost sends him round as the rear end got loose coming out of 2. Sure, he's asking, only 45 laps tonight. Does that mean the track is longer or it's just a shorter race? A combination of the both. It's going to be a shorter race tonight, and it is a longer track. Coming in at a 2.5 mile tri-oval. Some of the more typical ovals we'll see are usually only a mile to a mile and a half. So this is almost double the length of what we would typically see. Eight to go in the stage, and doesn't look like anybody's blinking yet to come down the pits. Perhaps a little bit more faith in the field to get some green flag running in. 1776 of Cody Deek. Here we go. There goes Deke on Biddy. Excuse me, that's Tyler Horning. Biddy's behind. And Biddy is going to be in the pack of drivers that have taken that first pit stop already. The 76 charging and sliding through the field. Bryce York gets an off track. Not sure how that's possible at a tri-oval, but he manages to do so. Here comes Biddy in the 76, charging up the inside line. And they're going to consume it. There goes Biddy as well. Gets 1 ton, now secures the second at turn number 2 here at Pocono. Up ahead, the battle for the lead starts to get a little spicy as Chad Ashley and Jonathan Kibbe alongside each other right now. Oh, this is going to be a big hit into the... Who is that? The 26 of Timothy Watson accepts that bump in the rear and takes off. And look at the flying V behind, including the 98 of Aaron Yancey, who's getting help from the 10 of Sean Lobos. But trying to get anything done here with 5 to go left in the stage. Jeff Bursk asking, do we come race the Magic Mile up in New Hampshire? I do not. I'm from California. I do not do any racing out on the East Coast, unfortunately. Oh, Kibbe. I think that was Jonathan Kibbe, the 13, up against the barriers there. Doesn't look like he was pushed. It looks like he just went all on his own, pushing a little harder. Trevor Banks and Cody Baumeister, 29 in the 88 here. Take a look ahead at the Kibbe battle yet again. Kibbe gets ahead of the 98 of Aaron Yancey. What a run from the 13, and consumes the 26, who gets a big hit from behind from the 55. Monet giving him the helping hand. All this battling, though, lets Kenneth Brown run away with it, and Paul Dirk and the Goats in P2. Four abreast now, coming down the front stretch. 54 boxed in here. Chad Ashley, Timothy Watson, and Kibbe getting alongside each other, exchanging a little bit of paint with a blow there at the hip. Across the stripe, Paul Dirk and Cody Baumeister are in. 2 laps remaining. Someone couldn't save enough fuel. Now does Brown also have to do the same? Or did he save enough to make it to the end? The caution is out regardless. And that should be end of the stage. Meatball flag here between Monet and Yancey by the looks of it. Oh, wow. There's Yancey in the 55. Yep, that's Monet. big hit there. That'll be the end of the stage. And the win going to Kenneth Brown over at Ram Ranch. Ratchet Catchet's asking, or letting us know he's cheering for the Zip Tie Bandits and HSH. Sharice, we're getting around 16 laps on fuel. So we'll definitely see another splash towards the end. Kenneth Brown getting the stage win. Let's see if we can find him in the Discord and pull him into chat with us. Kenneth Brown from Ram Ranch. Looks like you were able to take the victory here for the stage. How does it feel, my friend?
It feels good. Feels good. Feels really good. Car feels good. Racing feels good. It's all good.
How was it on fuel, though, getting to the stripe there? Was it close?
Not really. For me, I was just saving under caution, clutching, coasting like normal. And I could hear a couple of people behind me just riding around a second gear, so I figured they weren't going to make it. So I just kind of rode that stage, didn't really push it. I knew I had the fuel to get to the end.
Well, it was a great job there for the stage victory. Now, Brown, anybody you want to shout out or anybody you want to thank here on the stage victory?
I want to thank Betty for putting on the show, and I want to thank you for putting on the show, and I want to thank Chase, who's doing race control tonight.
Right on, sir. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and I'll put you back in open 3.
You too.
Right on, right on. Hearing that fuel saving was always part of the strategy tonight. Part of the lifting, coasting, part of the clutching in, and just getting a little bit of that extra mileage in behind the pace car. He was able to pull out all the stops and do it just right for the stage win. Let's see if he can repeat it. Let's see if it'll be a repeat and another stage victory or not. '19 here has Anthony Bissell to contend with. Bissell has not taken a pit stop since lap 8, so going for a very alternate strategy from the entire field. We'll have to see what the 99 can do here. Here we go. The lights are out on the pace car at the stage break. Kenneth Brown took the win for Ram Ranch. Let's see what we can do here on the race restart. Green flag in the air, and we're ready to go. Green racing again. We had a great third stint there of green flag running. Let's see if we can replicate that here for the second stage. Oh, no, we are not. 76 of Cody D gets spun around like a top, and the rest of the field follows. See the 1776 machine there. See this big old accordion in the middle, and then back up the field and spun around like a Beyblade. That one included Robert Loist, Trevor Banks, Cody Deek, Paul Dirk, Austin Roberts, and Trevor Banks again. Taking a look at the weather tonight. Track temperature of 109 degrees. Conditions are clear, but the humidity a good 60% this evening. And air temperature at 90 degrees also. It's going to mean it's hot, hot, hot in the cockpit for the drivers. Take a look at the fastest 5 best laps. Cody Kassler with a 54.60 back in 11th position. Jonathan Kibbe there second. Austin Wood in third. Paul the Old Man Dirk. And then Randy Waugh in 5th place. Few leaders we've had so far have been Brown, Dirk, and Bissell. Kenneth Brown leading us for the one critical lap that won him the stage there. $20 laps remaining. I wonder if anybody's going to roll the dice. We do have a couple people rolling the dice. Bowmeister, Deek, and Loist. They've seen that it's possible to run 20 laps on a tank of fuel, especially with a few cautions. They are going to roll the dice. Drivers lighting it up out of pit lane. That'll be Ethan Johnson for Johnson Motorsports. Anthony Bissell, what are you up to? Came in on lap 8. What can Bissell do with the 14 position gain so far? And we're ready to go racing. Drivers ready to go side by side, battling out yet again here at Pocono at Lake Pond, Pennsylvania. Pace cars in, let's go, folks. Kenneth Brown and Timothy Watson line the first row, and it will be the 19 of Brown who takes off again. Further back, Austin Woods in a little bit of trouble right now because we've got Big Bad Biddy there. And the itty bitty titty committee of Biddy able to get the move done on the 31. And how many positions is he going to go for? There's another one that he's trying to chop up with, the number 74, Chancey Forrester, under threat from that committee. Further back, the Arca car. Oh no, the 31 up into the wall. That's Austin Wood. Losing it all on his lonesome. Here comes Biddy again. This time on Randy Waugh. Waugh cannot defend the one. Can he defend the second one? The 54 of Chad Ashley. Gets his elbows out, and there's trouble in the background. A few cars collected in that one. Holy smokes. Here's Scott Yancey's crash, but happened a lot sooner than that for Yancey. There we go, the 115. There goes Yancey round after that. And trying to save the car, ends up getting picked up by the 88. That'll be Cody Bomeister. So this is going to help a few drivers like Bissell, who only came in on lap 8. And it's not come in again. Now we're definitely into the fuel window for the final run. Chad Ashley decides it's the perfect time. Does anybody else decide to come down pit road? Or are we content with lap 20? we go. With just 15 laps left to go. Who's going to come back on top? Oh, the pit stops all commence. Colin Swanson decides to stay out. Everybody into the pits right now, except for Sean Lobos, Colin Swanson, Trevor Banks, Jacob Straw. A pass in the pits. 74 gets a move done on the 99 coming out of pit lane. And this shakes up the order. Swanson and Lobos in on lap 20. Lucky Dog being handed out to Trevor Banks. That'll get him back onto lap 30. Let's go racing here at Pocono for the final 13 laps, folks. Colin and Kibbles getting cheers from Charisse. The tricky triangle 45 about to come to a conclusion. The grueling 2.5 miles behind the pace car. But we're finally ready to go green again. Green, green, green is in the air. Colin Swanson, Kenneth Brown going wheel to wheel for the race lead. Brown in the Ram Ranch getting attacked by Sean Lobos, the 1052 team. Up into the barriers, getting sucked in there is going to be Sean Lobos. Behind now, Chancey Forrester, and everything is coming undone. See what exactly took place here. Because, oh, the 10 goes into Colin Swanson, I think. And that's what starts it all. What a big hit. Whoa, the 31 is out of this race. Austin Wood, significant engine damage, and that front right wheel, well, it's not touching the asphalt anymore. Brutal run there for Austin Wood, unfortunately. Definitely puts us into our final window of green flag running, though. Kenneth Brown, Timothy Watson, Anthony Bissell. Bissell did come in on lap 30. Well, he's back up onto a similar strategy to the rest of the field. And look at Mr. Biddy running in P4, a net gain of 6. Is that? No. Okay. I thought Kenneth Brown was going to come down pit road, and that was just a tease there. Hypocrisy Jones pulling for York. We got money on Straw. We got money on Colin. What happened to that York guy? Bryce York currently running down in P27 currently. Has been on a roller coaster ride of an event tonight. Bryce York, the number 15 American flag, popcorn bag, whatever we want to call him. Drivers trying to catch up to the back of the pack. End of line penalty for the 74 of Chancey Forrester, the number 74. Driver squared up. Going into the final 9 laps. Can we keep it green and clean? Down the front stretch. Green flag in the air at the restart zone. And again, Brown gets a good leapfrog jump for the lead. Leaves Timothy Watson from AWR. Wondering what could have been on the restart here. Take a look at the 2 of Brandon Biddy. He's getting elbows out with a new bounce. Number 13 of Jonathan Kibbe. Sea Bears and the Biddy family racing team obviously not partnering up this evening. Here comes Biddy again. His charge looks pretty good right now. Good is on between Biddy and Kibbe. And now a slide job for the number 2. A little bit of a block to not give too much of a toe to the number 13 behind. Can Biddy work with a partner in front of Timothy Watson to try to catch up to Kenneth Brown? Whoa, the 13 up into the barrier there. That'll be Jonathan Kibbe. Eight laps left to go. The driver's starting to get spaced out a little bit. Up ahead, this is the best view for Randy Waugh. He gets to see the Biddy and Watson battle unfold right in front of him. Cody Deek right now running in 6th position, down 3, unfortunately, from where he started this event. The 1776 machine has been involved in a few incidents, to say the least. 6 to go. Lobos. What can Lobos do to recover? In 15th position right now, was up so high earlier on in this event. High up to P2 before tumbling back down to P20. Marcolette under threat from the 115 of Kyle Shepard. And Shepard's going to get that one done easy breezy. Beautiful cover girl. Battle up here, though, with 5 left. continues to be spicy. Kenneth Brown, Brandon Biddy, Timothy Watson, and Randy Waugh. Jeff Burke saying that's Kibby. He's easy breezy, beautiful. I wouldn't say if it wasn't true. Here comes Wood, losing a few more. Colin Swanson up ahead, getting one done on Lobos, though. What's going on up here? 3 wide scenario between Watson, Biddy, and Waugh. And that one gets decided by a yellow flag. Let's see what happens here. Looks like the 31 is close to making contact, but is that the right move? It's really the 22 and the 31 that come together up the road, and then the 115 is just an innocent bystander at the end of the day. Austin Wood and Anthony Bissell both getting meatball flags, one of Charisse's favorites on the menu tonight. Cue the spaghetti making music. Mamma mia, pizzeria, pa-pa-da-pa-da. Nobody? Anybody? Sorry, had to do it. 2 meatball flags handed out, and that'll be Austin Wood and Anthony Bissell in case you missed it. Kenneth Brown still in the lead of this one. We're going to get a 2-lap shootout for the checkered flag, folks. Let's see who's going to come out on top of this one. That's the question. We've seen Brown pull out all the stops before. Let's see if he can do it again. And a 2-lap run to the finish. A lot of pit stops. Hold on. Biddy being one of them, though. Biddy pulls in Colin Swanson, Setzer, Shepard, Wood, Bissell, all in pits. So fuel now becoming an issue for a few drivers. We're not anticipating the green-white checkered, the additional laps. Or maybe they don't have faith that we'll finish under green flag conditions this time. And others will fall victim to similar decision-making strategies. .5 miles remain, folks, before we get rolling again for another 5. Forrester into the pits a little late, though. Here we go, drivers in Noah's Arc formation. Drivers 2x2 ready to go, racing for 2 more laps. Let's see who's going to be patient and keeps adjusting the race as it comes to them. Out of turn 3, the car pulls in. Let's go. Right now, it's a good run for Brown. Can he keep up the momentum? A couple drivers in a little bit of trouble down the pack. Getting caught up in these early incidences and side-by-side moments is not going to help the cause. The 55 and the 2-3 of Scott Yancey on the racetrack together. And there goes the 2-3 up into the barrier. He's going to spin the 2. Is this going to bring out a caution? 2 cars up on the apron, and it does. And our man Bryce York continues to gain positions. He is in 26th position now. Let's take a look at the timeline chart there. High of P20 for York. And a couple of repairs sent him down the order. And now he's trying to climb back up. Down a few laps, though, unfortunately. 3 laps down at this point in time. York's going to have a steep order to climb back up. Getting ready for the green flag drop. Let's see who has the fuel to make it to lap 50. That'll be a 20-lap run. We might see some... If we get one more caution, I think half the field is going to need to pit. Lap 43 belongs to Biddy, and that pit stop. So he'd be the one in prime position to inherit the lead of the race on the third green-white checkered. There we go. 2 laps on the clock. Let's see if Jonathan Kibbe or Kenneth Brown will bring it home from the first row. Here we go. Battle for the lead. 2 laps left to go when the leader crosses the line. Will we keep it green and clean, or will we get some hectic moments? I see some already with Alex Monet further back down the order. Getting help from the 54, pushing the 55 forward. Jonathan Kibbe running in P2 behind Kenneth Brown, the number 19. Battles everywhere you look, up and down the order right now. Here comes the charge from the 54 of Chad Ashley. Cody Deek in a little bit of trouble as he goes into deep. A 1776 machine loses 2 positions. Kenneth Brown loses the lead to Jonathan Kibbe as Kibbe goes on the attack. Around the outside, 2 Trailer Park Girls go. Kibbe ain't one of them. Going around the outside of Brown, making that one work. And 1 to go, folks. This is going to be it. Kibbe in the lead. Randy Waugh in P2. The number 19 in third gets a helping hand of a push from the 43. That's a bit of a send from way downtown. 43 helps the 19 yet again. Here comes the 10. The battle rear really is here for P2 and remaining as Kibbe escapes up the road with his life and is screaming in his race helmet, "Go, boys, go!" Here comes the battle for the lead. Now it'll be mess for the 10. Sean Lobos loses it. Brown in P2. The 43 of Dirk back into the mix. But it's all going to go the way right for Jonathan Kibbe at the end of the day. He's going to take the win here at Pocono for the Tricky Triangle. Come on, Kibby. Enjoy the win and burn it down for us. Right on, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to go straight into the results, and then we have our interviews right after this, so don't go anywhere. Kibby took the win after leading us for 2 laps. Kenneth Brown in P2, Paul Dirk in 3rd, Kyle Wells being the hard charger tonight. P4 goes to Chad Ashley, Timothy Watson, Alex Monet, Brady Biddy, Sammy McClellan, Mark Ouellette, Chancey Forrester, Sean Lobos in P21. $22 for Kyle Shepard, $23 for Rick Setzer, Bryce York, Austin Wood, Ethan Johnson, Tyler Horning, Cody Bowmeister, Aaron Yancey, and Scott Yancey ran out 21 to 23, but 11 through 21 is going to be Chancey Forrester, Kyle Wells, Joseph Phillips, Randy Waugh, Cody Kassler, Anthony Bessel, Austin Robertson, Robert Loist, and Colin Swanson, Trevor Banks, and Cody Deek. Go ahead and start talking to some of our drivers if they're ready to be interviewed, that is. Over in the waiting room, we've got a few drivers. Let's talk to, we're going to go random order, Paul Dirk. We're going to talk to Paul Dirk first. Dirk, you had a pretty roller coaster ride tonight, driving that 43, pretty much from the front to the back to the front. What was it like seeing all likes of life in this grid?
Yeah, it was my own stupidity. I pitted on lap 19 in the closed pit and ended up having to go to the back, and that's where all the action is. So, but it worked out good in the end. It was a good race. Had fun.
It looked like a fun one here at Pocono. How'd you manage with the tricky triangle, and what does it take to get it right?
You can't overdrive the corners. If you overdrive them, you lose all your exit speed, and people kill you down the straightaway. So you just got to back the corners up and, carry that speed coming out.
Well, it worked out well for you there, Dirk. And anybody you want to shout out or anybody you want to thank here in Victory Lane?
Yeah, thanks to you guys broadcasting and Biddy and his crew for putting the league on, and my GOAT teammates. Some of them weren't here tonight, but they're usually around, and we usually do pretty good with each other.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for supporting the Smokin Thunder Arca Rookie Series. We hope to see you back next week, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Take care. Next up, we're going to pull in Kenneth Brown to the broadcast booth here for Ram Ranch, the stage winner. Couldn't pull out the double trouble and get the back-to-back wins, but fortunately for him, P2, it's not too shabby. How does it feel, Kenneth Brown?
It kind of sucks, to be honest.
Really?
It sucks. I hate dominating the race and finishing second.
That's fair. That's fair, because you did dominate the race. Most laps led, as everything was going your way until the very end. What is something that you wish could have gone differently for you in order to get that victory?
Really nothing. I kind of made my bed, not pitting and taking tires on that last stop when I did pit. I think that's what cost me in the end, because I ran them hard trying to stay in front of the 2 car, and then the 2 car ended up getting some damage. I'm like, well, I did that for nothing. And then at the end, it's kind of burned off my right front, and for some reason, just felt like I didn't have any power down the straights, just getting swamped.
Yeah, it's
And then
definitely
taking
hard.
almost 3 wide, 4 wide, I think, in a tunnel turn
Yep.
kind of sucks for everybody, but everybody's getting all they can get.
Everybody was throwing everything they possibly could at the racetrack tonight. Pocono,
Yes.
I had to buy it for the first time, so this is my first time commentating on it. Hell of a racetrack, my man.
It is. I think this is my second, maybe third time racing on it. I had to buy it for a truck league I did a while back, but it's really a fun racetrack.
It looks like it as well. All the highs and the lows, nonetheless. Is there anybody you want to shout out or anybody you want to thank today on P2 in Victory Lane?
Shout out Paul. That was a good race. We raced for like, I want to say 20 laps in the green. It was a fun race.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jonathan Kibbe for winning the race. Shout out to Chase for race control. Did a real good job tonight.
Absolutely. Big shout out to all the admins here at Smokin' Thunder for putting on a great show for us. Thank you very much for joining us here and supporting the Smokin' Thunder Arca Rookie Series here. Brown, have a great night, my friend.
You too.
Last but not least, it's going to be up to Sea Bears, Jonathan Kibbe, who took the victory tonight. He's got a couple of fans cheering him on here in Victory Lane. Anything you want to say to them, Jonathan?
Besides thanks for the support, no.
How does
Number
it feel?
one fans right there.
How does it feel to be on top this evening, John?
Oh, it feels great. I didn't think I had the fastest car. I was overdriving turn 1 a lot, and I didn't have enough fuel if we ended up having another green-white checkered. I was just happy to see that white flag fly.
Yeah, I bet. I was wondering who still had to make that pit stop, and it was just a fleet of cars that came in on lap 30 that were in trouble if we got to that last green-white checker, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was tight on fuel. Even getting to the stage, it was getting tight on fuel. I didn't think I was gonna make it there either.
Able to make it, though, nonetheless, at the end of the day. Anybody you want to shout out or anybody you want to thank, Kibbles?
The usual, Jeff, AJ, Charisse, they're always tuning in, always cheering us on, even if we have a bad race. I appreciate them. Of course, my lovely girlfriend, Molly. Yeah.
Right on. Thank you very much for joining us in the broadcast booth here, John. Go ahead and enjoy some champagne in Victory Lane.
Sounds good. Thank you.
That's going to wrap it up for us here on behalf of Digital Racing Sports Network, folks. It's been a pleasure to take you from green to checker flag yet again. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night. And as always, be safe out there. Goodbye for now.